Hello, everyone. Sorry I'm out today. I wanted to make this quick video, one for anyone who needed just a quick reminder of what we talked about yesterday in class, yesterday being Tuesday. And for the students who were absent on Tuesday, I wanted to walk through what we're working on because we have to stick to our schedule with this. We will have a graded discussion on To Kill a Mockingbird on Thursday and Friday, 2 days. So you have 2 days to kind of accomplish everything that you would like to accomplish to earn the grade that you would like to earn. So I want to walk through this packet. First of all, if you don't have a packet yet, they are in the box along with your book, that your annotations that I have graded and put into Skyward. So press pause and go grab that if you don't have it yet, so we can walk through this together. Everyone has their name on the top of their own packet. Okay, so you should have your packet by now. So let's go through this together. I'm going to walk you through it. This very first page is your rubric, right? So over here we have the learning targets that we are going to focus on, that I am going to focus on when I'm assessing your graded discussion. So I want to see that you can make inferences. What that means is I want to know that you can go beyond the surface level and that you have a deeper understanding and you can draw some conclusions about what you've read. I also want to see that you can support your ideas with textual evidence. That's a big one, right? And this whole packet is kind of helping you prepare for that, giving you a place to look things up, make notes so that you can be sure to do a really good job on that. And part of that is actually specifically citing the page that you're pulling your textual evidence from, or when you paraphrase, maybe the chunk of pages, but that is part of this. This next one here is I can present my ideas in a logical way that is appropriate for my audience. So basically, when you present your response to one of the questions, it's logical and it's also appropriately it's appropriate for what we're doing. So the whole purpose, this is a review, but the whole purpose of a graded discussion is not to win an argument, but it's to gain deeper understanding. So if your audience is looking to gain a deeper understanding, that's how you should present your information. This one here is I can apply active listening strategies to comprehend meaning in a variety of situations. So this is going to be twofold. One, I will obviously be observing everyone during the graded discussion, but also you'll see in this packet, there's a place where I'm expecting you to take notes during the discussion. And that will be something that I take a look at before I make the final determination of where you fall on this particular part of the rubric. I also want you to do that because it will help you prepare, possibly it will help you prepare for the essay that you have to write at the end of this unit. This here, I can build on other people's ideas to arrive at new insights. So I want you to not jump from one topic to the next, simply it's because it's something that you want to talk about, but I want to know that you can build off of other people's ideas and really kind of exhaust a topic before we move on. Because again, the purpose is gaining a better understanding, gaining a deeper understanding of what we're reading. I can respectfully and thoughtfully respond to diverse opinions is our last one here. This is really just speaking to your ability to have a civil conversation with your classmates, that you can really stop and think about what they've said and respond specifically to what they've said instead of just jumping into something else or just being rude and saying, well, no, you're wrong. This is more like, I hear what you're saying. However, have you thought about this? So that would be an example of how you might respectfully respond. And then this part down here is nothing new, right? We've done this before. What I want you to do is take a moment and create your own learning target. Please be specific and have it be something other than what is already listed on this rubric. So don't just reword something that I have up above, but take a moment and really kind of reflect on, okay, what do I know that I need to work on? And I want you to form that into an I can statement. So basically a goal for yourself during these 2 days of the graded discussion. Hit pause in the video, write out your learning target, and then come back to me and we'll keep going through the packet together. Okay, you should have your learning target done. So let's go into this next page. This is a reference page. This is the part where I'm asking you to kind of respond to each other and continue on a conversation. This here, I want you to read through on your own time. We're not going to go through this together right here, but you can read through it. These are discussion stems. So basically just like little prompts, things that you might say during a conversation to keep that conversation moving forward, to get that conversation to dig a little bit deeper, to make sure that you're respectfully responding, that you're building off other people's ideas. That's what this first table is here. This second table, we're actually going to come back to at the end. So we will flip back here in just a moment. Let's go down to this page here. So this is where our questions start. Now, you are expected to fill out this, your response and your evidence before class starts on Thursday. This is part of your grade for the graded discussion. So let me explain what that means. You have several questions listed here. So this first one is, who is the most important character in the book? Meaning, who has the greatest impact on the story? Who do you connect with the most? Who is still relevant in today's society? So you have to kind of determine what your definition of important is. And I have these other questions here to kind of guide you through that. So once you think through that, you're just going to write out your response here. I'm not looking for complete sentences or a paragraph. I'm looking for you to get down just your basic idea of what your response is. And then what you have to do is you have to go through the text and you have to include your evidence here. Cite specific evidence with page numbers. You're going to do this for each question. That needs to be completed before class starts on Thursday. Now, let's say during the class discussion on Thursday and Friday, you don't say one single word, right? Kind of puts you in a tough spot. If this is completed, at the very least, you will get a 50%. So instead of taking a 0, you would get a 50, even if you don't say a single word, if this is completely filled out. Okay, so before class on Thursday, you're filling out your response and your evidence for each question. During the discussion on Thursday and Friday, this is where you're going to jot down your listening notes. We're going to have some flexibility with that essay that comes at the end of the unit, and this might actually come in handy. So make sure that you are taking good notes. And then this is the part that I will take a look at when I am assessing that part of the rubric that talks about you actively listening. So you have this question that I just read. You have this next one, which characters break free from stereotypes. And then you have some more guiding questions there. Then you have, is Atticus's parenting style effective? Is it appropriate? Is it what you expect from a parent? Excuse me. This one here, who is a mockingbird? You have to think back to what that means within the context of the book. It's not just the actual literal bird that sits in a tree and sings, but what does it mean within the context of the book? And then what character might fit in there? This one, what is the most impactful quote in the book? How does that kind of influence the story? Why does it connect with you? This one here, should Boo have been arrested? I'm going to come back to this one here in just a second and skip down here to this last one, which is, what is the most significant lesson to be taken from the book? In what way did this lesson impact the characters? In what ways that's my cat. Cooper, quiet. In what ways did that lesson influence the story, and so on? Okay, so one thing you're going to notice is that all these questions here are interpretive, meaning there is no right or wrong. It's what is your response and how can you back it up? That's the big thing, right? What kind of evidence do you have to kind of back up what your opinion is on this? And as long as you aren't totally out there and saying something ridiculous, there is no wrong answer. Okay, so I said we'd come back to this question here. It says, choose a side. This book should be required reading for all students versus this book should be banned from schools. Two extremes. You choose one, you write it here, and then you add your evidence here. So this one is a little bit different because paper clipped to your packet, you have a stapled couple of articles. They're pretty short, pretty straightforward, but they kind of highlight the two different sides. So what I'm expecting you to do here is pull in information from those articles, pull in what you know about the book and its importance and the messages it has, perhaps even the language it uses, the themes it touches on, pull from your own personal experience and your opinion, and that is going to be part of your evidence, okay? So those are the questions. Remember, all that has to be done. Additionally, you need to write your own questions. Now, question writing is not easy. What you have to really focus on is writing a question that will elicit a discussion. It should not be a yes or no or something you can just point to a page and answer. It needs to be something that kind of really digs deeper. So there are different categories of questions here. I am not assessing your quality of question, but I want you to kind of work on the ability to write a good question. So I have these different categories here, and this is where you have to go back to the back of the first page. And you see this table here, question stems. These are the different categories. They give you some ideas on how you might phrase those questions. And I'm sorry that it's not right there by where you're going to write the questions. I was just trying to save paper and put those two tables together on one page. Okay, so back to the end. Sorry, I have you flipping back and forth there. You've got this as your last page. This is just at the end of both Thursday and Friday, day 1 and day 2. I'm going to have you fill in these questions, just a couple of minutes to complete this, not anything too over the top, but just your initial thoughts. So basically, who did a good job? What is something you have a better understanding of? What did you do well today? What is something you need to work on for tomorrow? And which one do you think you had the best response for? So this is to kind of give you an idea of how you did, kind of like a little self-reflection, how you did and what you need to do for tomorrow. Now, this is 2 days, right? So I'm looking at both the days when I assign that grade. If you're absent one of the 2, then you just have that 1 to rely on. But because this is an in-class graded discussion, this is the assessment and the redo all kind of wrapped into one. It is so important that you be here for both days. Speaking of assessment, also after each day, I'm going to ask you guys to do a self-assessment up here to kind of figure out where you think you might fall. So you can kind of have an idea of, okay, if this is where I fall on Thursday, then I better make sure to really focus on this on Friday. Okay. So I think that's pretty much it. So before you walk in class on Thursday, you need to have all of your response and evidence done, and you need to have all of your questions written. All of that needs to be done because I'm not telling you what order we're going to be doing these questions in. It might jump all over. So it's not like just do the first half for Thursday and the second half for Friday. That's not how this is going to work. It could go anywhere. We might even just jump right into your questions. So be prepared. This is a summative assessment. It will certainly impact your grade. And I think what's even more important is that it's going to really kind of help you prepare for that essay. Oh, and if you were gone yesterday, one other thing that you missed out on was we're obviously not having the reading test today, Wednesday, because of the absences and because just the timing of it. I thought, well, that's actually kind of not a good idea. I'm moving that reading test to Monday. So you have today to prepare for the discussion. You're going to have the discussion on Thursday and Friday, and I think that will actually be a nice preparation to make you feel a little more comfortable about that reading test that falls on Monday. So I know this was a lengthy video. Thank you for sticking with me, but hopefully that kind of really walks you through everything that you need to know. I would suggest that if you're still a little confused, you're like, what is happening, is that you talk to somebody who was in class yesterday, because I feel like that everyone kind of walked away understanding what was expected of them. So they're a good resource for you. Other than that, I think that is it. You have the class period to get working and tonight to finish everything up. And I will see you tomorrow morning. And I can't wait to see or to hear what you have to say about the book. Good luck.